What is up, y'all? What is up? And I am live. All right, thanks a lot, Josh. Yeah, I worked with this the other day, and I figured that my audio and video was pretty good. Um, Thanks a lot. What is up, Sandy? What's up, Daryl? John, I was thinking about you the other day, John. What is up, guys? What's up, Keith? I think I figured it out the other day that February was the last time that I went live, and a lot has changed since February. Long time no see. Yeah, it has been probably 10 months, almost going on 11 months now, I would say. What is up, Meat Man? Thanks a lot. I'll wait until we get quite a few people in here to start talking about like the name of the stream. But as you guys can see, I'm in a whole new room. And up until last week, this room was real dark burgundy with like black blotches. And this week we went and bought some paint and we painted all the walls. But before we painted the walls, we should have patched the holes, because after I painted the walls, I noticed that all the holes to all of Phoebe's paintings that we had hung on the wall needed to be filled. So I've still got to go through and sand all these patches down and then repaint and then touch up on the ceiling in some places. And then I've got the whole other half. We've got a different color to go on the other two walls. But I've got all my stuff here. I don't know what all we're going to put up yet, but the plans is to put an aquarium back here on this wall, possibly. The baby sleep. This is me and Phoebe's bedroom. That's one thing to talk about. I moved in with Phoebe back in, I want to say, July. So I no longer live at my house anymore. I live here. And I think I said baby, but like after the live stream that I went live last time, we found out that we were pregnant. And November 14th, we had a little baby girl. Name's Danny. And yeah, we got a baby. And the baby sleeps in here with us. Her baby bed is over on that side. So I figured put an aquarium in here and get a bunch of colorful fish in it and stuff like that. But that is the plan. So we'll probably have some fishy stuff going on the walls back here for you guys. And then this time possibly have an aquarium is what I'm thinking. Everybody's saying congratulations. Thanks a lot. Hey, Chad, what's up? Man, it was good to see your name come across on my notification. That is awesome. I wondered how that would work. It's really been funny. The last time I uploaded an edited video was August of 2019. And it's really, really crazy because like in February, the biggest reason why I went live is not only do I miss going live, do I miss doing my YouTube videos, but I turned over 4,000 subscribers in February, and I thought, man, I've got to go live. But the long story short, the most surprising thing is like right now I'm less than 100 away from going to 5,000 subscribers, and I've kind of watched, some of my videos before I get back in the swing of things here to try to see, how was I editing my videos then? What would I do differently? And I found some of them that I did really, really good on. And then I found some that I didn't feel like at the time I did all that great at. But the views, like I've got a couple of fishy videos that are up in the 20,000s of views. Like I've got one that's like 25,000 views now. And that was something that wasn't the case when I was still doing videos. You know, I had a couple of 10,000 view videos, had a few 5,000 view videos, but for the most part, it was, you know, 1,000 or less. You know, my normal, you know, every video upload was pretty much around 1,000 views. Um, and I've noticed that I've got quite a few that are up there now, and that is something that's really cool. So it's almost like to me that people are, man, he's not uploading any videos, so I'm going to go back and keep on watching the old ones. Almost is how it was kind of making me feel. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've still got a lot of views this year. It just kind of makes me wonder how would it have been if I would have kept uploading videos this year. What is up, guys? I see a couple of new people coming in here. What is up? Nice to see you all. Um, the setup that I've got is the same as what I was doing before. Actually, the last few times that I went live when YouTube got rid of the Google Hangouts, because I had gotten tired of OBS. It wasn't working with my setup. And then, you know, YouTube got rid of Google Hangouts and they made it where you just go live with pushing the button. And I didn't even really put the two and two together that I would be able to do that for my webcam. So I had been going live with my cell phone. But then the other day I was thinking, why couldn't I just set the Yeti up and, you know, the Logitech webcam and try to go live that way? Well, at first when I did it, I couldn't hear the audio or anything, but I could hear it downstairs. And Phoebe and the kids had pushed play on it. It came up on my channel down there, and I could hear the sound. So while my Yeti is plugged in, I can't hear sound. But whenever I unplug it, it's just a weird thing. I don't know what it's all about, but I am actually planning on the first of the year to start uploading videos again. Since I've lived here in July, what I didn't move, I only moved a couple aquariums, and it was just for the kids. Set up a couple aquariums, you know, with some live bears and a few plecos. But what I did was I kept on running back and forth and doing the maintenance. And there'd be times where a few days that I hadn't been there, but my fish were used to eating that way already. Anyhow, I'd ever fed any of my plecos unless I was really on a breeding project, but I was already planning on downsizing because I didn't want to have a bunch of at the end aquariums going. So I was, you know, every few days and feeding and doing my maintenance and everything. And one time I had a big scare. Sometime at the beginning of fall or middle of fall, it got really cold, and I went there. And my old house has an outside service for the electrical box. So instead of having a breaker box inside the house, it's got a breaker box out on the porch. And me and Phoebe stopped by there to do some maintenance on the aquariums, and it was one of those type of deals where walked inside and the power was off, all the tanks were cold, everything was cold, but everything was alive. So I think I caught it pretty quick. And I did some work on the fuse box out there and bent some tabs and cleaned some tabs and got it to work again. Well, last week I went there and that was not, it was the same problem, but it was cold enough that, I mean, and I don't know how long the power had been off, 24 hours, 2 days. I think it had been a couple of days since I'd been there. Anyhow, long story short, every single fish in my fish room died. And it was a big punch in the stomach. I had already planned on downsizing, but not because of that, and the only thing that's actually alive in the fish room is shrimp. Just about every single shrimp in my fish room is still alive. So that caused it to really happen. It's a punch in the stomach. I don't know. I think I've got the problem fixed now, but it's really too late now. So my plans, moving forward is the first of the year. I still haven't ever set up my 300 gallon. So I plan on bringing that one here in the sump and set that up in the basement on the concrete. Um, and then I plan on bringing like maybe a couple of 40 gallons and then like my low boy and doing small little Pleco projects. And then one back here, like a 55 gallon along the back here. And then that's it. Stay small. I know that I can still make videos with just a few tanks. I could honestly make videos with just one tank. I really could, because my favorite video to shoot was the Pleco versus food. And we've talked about that before. It is a never ending video series where, all I got to do is come up with a different food every week to make a video. So my plans is to try to do a schedule. I don't want to promise you guys what that schedule is, but I'm thinking, like in my mind, like once a week, uploaded video, and then once a week live stream at the first of the year. And until I get my fish room up and going, I could always do like, videos like fish room tours. I can go around and do some more fish room tours. I was looking at one the other day, and Phoebe had mentioned to me, wow, that's really cool. You could do that while you're getting your fish room up and going and everything. And I thought, wow, that'd be kind of cool. So the plan is to go back into YouTube, not as hard as what I was aquariums wise. And then, I'll probably never get back into 3 live streams a week again. My life is really, really busy. But I enjoy it. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy the family that comes along with it, and I've missed it tremendously. That's what happens to Cowboys fans. Yeah, I told Phoebe before I came upstairs, I said, oh boy, I'll get belted in the lip while I'm wearing my Cowboys shirt. All right, let's see here. I have missed some people coming in here. Skipper's Aquarium's here. Pam is here. Mikey from Mile High Plecos is here. Wichita Falls Keeper, how are you guys doing? And then Wichita Falls Keeper with the $5 super chat. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I talked a little bit about, like I lost all my fish the other day, and it was really crazy too, because a lot of them were really doing good. The last video that I shot, I had a bunch of breeding activity from my 182s. They were spawning. They were actually literally spawning, and I was really excited about that. I have all kinds of footage shot for that. I was looking through the can the other day, and I had a bunch of footage of some super reds, because I had a ton of super red babies. I had like probably 150 super red babies. And I was working on a video, because every time I do a video where I have a bunch of super reds, people want to buy them, so I was working on a video to do that. And that's whenever I saw that everything was gone. How are you guys doing? Just crazy. Over a year since I edited a video. And, I felt pretty bad too, because last year in August, I think I went whenever my niece graduated in May. I stopped by Carrie from Science Gal Aquatics. I stopped by and did a fish room tour, and then she had like a bunch of summer ponds outside. And I shot a bunch of video for that, and never did ever make a video for that. There's all kinds of it in there. I found the other day. I was like, gosh, But I feel like it's going to be a whole lot easier for maintenance, for one. Another nice thing is whenever I go to set all this stuff up, I've got like a smorgasbord of stuff to go through. The lights and the heaters and the filters that I've got, just setting up a handful of tanks. I'll have all kinds of goods, to to be able to really set up some nice aquariums and have some nice lighting and nice filtration. I've got like 4 Zis filters, so the Pleco aquariums will really have some nice filtration. But yeah. Yeah, I talked to Mikey the other day. I think Mikey at the first of the year when it warms up a little bit, I think Mikey's going to fix me up with some bristle nose plecos. He's trying to get out of the bristle nose. The way he talked, sounds like he's going to be able to fix me up with some bristle nose. And then what I'll do is, like this aquarium back here, I'm sure I'll have a few plecos in it, but for the most part, it will be kind of for the baby and for the back of the live stream. It'll basically have some, colorful fish in it. And the one that I've got picked out, it's got some really cool lighting that goes on it where you can change the lighting. I mean, you can even have like a thunderstorm and it's got lightning and stuff like that, So I figured it'd be something soothing for the baby since she sleeps in here with us. Yeah. Sadly, in my country, they don't sell Thai micro crabs and vampire shrimp. Good to see you, to Wichita Falls. Andrew Gist, great to see you again. It's been way too long. Yeah. I seen a really cool video of mine today. It seems like you're gloating when you say that, but it was pretty crazy. It was my New Year's video at the end of 2018, and that was the year that I changed from making random videos and vlogs and different things like that to my Jeffroz FishKeeping. And I was going over the stats at the beginning of that video and stuff, and it was really a cool video. But yeah, I've definitely been urged by Phoebe many a times to get back into making some videos and stuff. It's just hadn't got. You think that the baby would enjoy a koi fish tank? Yeah, Phoebe, I'm gonna get this 300-gallon over here, and that that's kind of at the top of my list at the beginning of the year. Basically, all I got to do is buy some lumber because now it'll be going on a concrete floor, so I won't have to build up floor joists or anything like that. I will be able to just put it on concrete. So all I'll really have to do is worry about building the stand for it. I've already got all the stuff for the sump. I've got the pump. I've got all the dividers to make the sump. I've got the actual tank for the sump. It's a 75-gallon. I've got all the plumbing for the drain and the return for the tank. I've got lighting, I've got lids, I've got everything to do that tank, but I just don't have the lumber, and I don't have it here either. There is an LFS in this town that I live in, and that guy has got some pretty big tanks, so I'm thinking about getting a hold of him and then a couple of other buddies to help me whenever it's time to move it. But yeah, let's see here. Who else? Master Black. I wonder when I see a video of community tank with dwarf shrimp, friendly fish, not with a few kinds of fish, but with more species in the tank. I've looked everywhere and still no video like that. I had a what we call a breeding for profit aquarium, and that's another video that I was looking at the other day. I was doing a video on that. Actually, it was on a Bob Steampot video. He did like a YouTuber spotlight where he asked a bunch of different YouTubers to make a video of one of their aquariums. And the aquarium that I had, my breeding for profit, had 4 different things in it. It had Malaysian trumpet snails in the substrate, and then it had super red bristlenose plecos, and then it had Neocaridina cherry shrimp, and then it had a bunch of guppies in it. And they all live together in harmony. You've got to set them up to where the babies, to where they can reproduce. You got to set it up to where the fish babies have, cover to get away from the adults. And then you got to set up a rock pile for the shrimp so that the baby shrimp don't get ate by the fish. What is up, Kevin? Nice to see you. I know, right? El Jefe. Dan Butterfield. What is up, Joel? Nice to see you. Yeah. I know, right? What's up, Zen? Holy shnikes. I thought you said stinkiness for a second. Yeah, what's up, Cichlid23? Looks like everyone's starting to get some notifications. How is the video, guys? Does it buffer or anything like that? Is it pretty good video? I know someone was saying the audio and video was good earlier, but I was wondering. Good evening, Geek Boy. Sandy says it's good. Video is all good. So is sound. Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Select Pet. I appreciate that. What is up, Tommy? So, have you guys been missing my videos? I need some help on some Pleco versus food also, because since it's been a while since I made any, I'll need some ideas. As always, if I can remember who it was that said it, whenever I make the video, I'll shout you out and I'll say, if I can remember, and I usually do, I usually remember if somebody tells me a different type of food. Alta House Event Center with a $5 super chat. It's been so long since I live streamed, I thought it was a super chat. Team Koi, yeah. Back to the 300-gallon. Phoebe is wanting me to put koi fish in there, which I don't really want to do. Her boss has an event center that has a pond at it. They had a few koi in there this year that didn't make it, so I'm thinking about possibly buying some and then growing them out in that tank. But I don't know. We'll see. Have you tried experimenting on crossing different kinds of bristlenose plecos? That is on my mind. I was working on a project before my little catastrophe that you take a female longfin bristlenose, and I just watched this video today, and I think that's one of the videos that's up in the 20,000 views now, if I remember right. Maybe it's only 5,000. I can't remember. I've just got a few videos of my fishy videos that have finally started getting some recognition out there. But yeah, you take a female longfin albino bristlenose and you cross that with a super red male, and you get chocolate longfins out of that one. And then you pick one of your best longfin chocolate females and you breed it back to that male super red. And then that gets you all super red longfins, but they're not straight whenever you do that line. So then what you have to do is you have to, out of the longfin super reds, you have to pick out some females out of that and go back to the red super male or super red male again. And then that one will be straight line. So all of them will be super reds in that one, but they'll be straight line super red. But if you really think about that and think about, okay, like right now, I don't have an adult super red or an adult albino longfin. So I'd have to get some of those, whether I bought some adults off of someone or grow them out myself. So let's say you don't have any of those and you get babies and you grow them out and then you find out you got a female longfin albino, and then you've got a super red sail or regular fin. And then you've got to get them grown out to where they're in the breeding age, which sometimes, I think when I bought my super reds, I think 6 months later, from babies to 6 months, and they could have been a couple of months old, so they could have been 8 months old. I grew them out and got them to breed the first time, so that's a possibility. But that could be a year before you get that first clutch, and then you've got to take that clutch of chocolate longfins and you've got to breed them back to that male. Well, you've got to grow those out first. So that could be another 8 months to a year or whatever. Some people wait a long time. I've had plecos take forever, So then you've got another year before you can breed those chocolate longfins back to your superbred male. Okay. And then after that clutch is all super reds, the non-straight ones. Then you've got to wait for those to grow out, and then you've got to breed those back. That would be something that now, if they weren't gone, in the second chapter of it, I'd be almost halfway there. But I've had crosses all the time. You a lot of times will get calico or albinos, and whenever you're crossing them, none of them are really straight. Whenever you get your first clutch, I got a super chat from Chad. Got to run. Good seeing you on the live again, Jeffro. Hope everyone has a great weekend and catch you all on the next one. Thanks a lot for coming by, Chad. And Carrie is here. What is up, Carrie? Nice to see you. When I watched that video, I think I watched it this morning, actually. It's really pretty cool. If you've got the time to do it and the time to mess around, you wouldn't want to do it. Let's say, there for a while, a year or two ago, longfin super reds were really hot. You couldn't even buy a longfin super red for cheap. I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked. Hey, Dank, what is up, buddy? I haven't looked recently, but the last time I checked, they were expensive. So you wouldn't want to do this just to get you some longfin super reds. What you would want to do is to do it for fun or like long-tains or long-term stability. But then there's another school of thought where you just buy a bunch of them, 5 or 6 of them, and grow them out and just do it yourself, Got 99-cent super chat from Fishymon64. Thanks a lot, buddy. How are you doing, Dankle? I noticed on your channel the other day, it's been over a year since you did your last video too, man. It's been in August of this year. It was a year for me. A whole year. Craziness. Dank says, good, man. I don't do YouTube, LOL. I do live. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of live. I'm a dad again. My youngest, he just turned 15 just 2 days before Christmas. And then I had me a baby all over again, So my 2 younger ones are 15 years apart. Good to see you're doing good, Dank. And I haven't seen Dank on any of the live streams. Now, I keep on missing Lucas's. Seems like this week he's not been live at his normal time or something, which is no big deal, but I keep on missing his. But I've been catching some other ones and hadn't seen Dank in any of them. How are all your amphibians, Dank? You got any to breed? Have you got any of your amphibians to breed? Like your, what was the color on those? The color morph was different. Working with the animals. Yeah, I know, right? A Lots of new fish fam out there too, Jeffroz, since you stepped back. I sure did step back, didn't I? Good grief. But I had 43 aquariums running, you know, and it was fun, but I didn't really need to have that much, you know. It was more, it turned into more work than anything, really. It was a lot of work. Hi, Candy. Nice to see ya. Gotcha, Dank. Our Aquatics is here. What's up, man? Man, it's weird just being in a live stream. I know, right? I did so many of them, though, it doesn't really feel weird to me. I do need to get my room finished, though. This wall used to have a bunch of paintings on it. Phoebe is an artist, and we took them all down the other day to paint. So the room is a lot brighter. I mean, it was a dark color. It's like a burgundy is what it was, with like little, it looked like the people before us took a black sponge and just sponged it everywhere, you know? So it made the room really, really dark. And now when you walk in here, it's really bright and inviting and positive, and I like it a lot. It's actually a gray, this color. I don't know if you can see where we got a little bit on the ceiling. Right. Gosh, I can't get my finger to work right there. See that ceiling? So the ceiling is white, and this is like a gray. I can't even remember what the name of it is. But it's a gray. And I bought another can to do the other two walls to where it's a little off. But the one that I got isn't really going to match very good. So we'll save it for like maybe whenever I'm painting the basement or something like that. I don't know. We'll find, maybe I can use it at my house and paint one of the walls at my house or something too, or one of the bedrooms. But I'm going to get another, a little bit darker than this. I don't want to go back to dark though, because man, this room was so dark. I'd never had a room that was this dark, actually. And me and Phoebe are pretty positive people, and it was just so dark. We both talked about it numerous times, like, we've got to get it done. The other day, we just went and bought the paint and just went wild with it. So it feels so much better in here. It'd be nice to get some fishy stuff on the wall and get a tank back there. I haven't had a live stream with an aquarium in forever. I mean, it's been a long time. It won't be nothing special or anything, but it'd be cool for the baby. Still waiting on my cheese creeks to breed. Might need another male. This one ain't getting the job done. Well, Dank, since you weren't here at the beginning of the live stream last week, I went to my house. I've been living here with Phoebe since July. So I've been going every couple or 3 days to my house and doing my maintenance. And my fuse box had an issue where my power went off for at least 24 hours. The last time that it happened, I think it was the same day, and I caught it just in the nick of time. But this time, when I went there, every fish in my fish room was dead. It killed out my whole fish room. All my tanks still have shrimp in them. The shrimp made it, but yeah, it killed all my fish, man. Every one of them. All my plecos are gone. Every last one of them. I know, it was crazy. I hadn't moved. I had only moved a couple aquariums over here, and you know, a few baby cheese creeks, but they didn't make it. I let the kids. I did them for kids tanks, is what I did, and I let them do the maintenance. And yeah, as far as I know, I moved like 2 or 3 cheese creek babies over here for them, and I don't think they're alive. But I'll rebuild, Dank. Like, what my plans are is not to have 43 aquariums set up. It's going to be hard for me to get rid of them all, because you never know. What if an opportunity comes along where you want to do some kind of a breeding project for profit or something like that, you know, because I am pretty good at it. But right now, I'll set up like a 55-gallon back here. I'll bring my 300-gallon here and put in the basement. There's one great big room in the basement that I can have. and then like my low boy and a couple of 40s. And I'm going to get some bristle nose and do like the big 300. What I'd kind of like to do is do some bigger fish, like get like maybe a red-tailed catfish and some pacu and some big plecos, like do some big plecos. But I'll figure that out as I go. But I'm definitely going to bring the 300 gallon over here, and there'll be some videos to setting that all up, because setting that sump up in the stand and all that kind of stuff. So I'll have some video content there. All I really got to do down in the basement is the people who had the house before us, I don't think they did a very good job with their floors when they painted them, because the paint, we were constantly sweeping up paint. So I'll have to scrape all the floors and put some high traction paint down on the floor, and then paint the walls really, really good. There's a lot of outlets down there, which is plus, and they're up off the ground. They're like chest high. So that's another good thing, they're up to where, you can't get water to them and stuff. So set up my 300 gallon in sump, maybe have some plants in the sump. That's what I'll do there. And then get that low boy and a couple of 40s. That stand that I got at my house, I was thinking the other day, the one in my bedroom at my house, there's a low boy on the top and then 2 20s in the middle and then 4 10s on the bottom. I think a 40 can go in the middle and a 40 can go on the bottom on that. So I could have a central air system on that and then have a low boy and 2 40s. And that would give me 5 tanks, 7 counting the 2 that are in the kids' bedroom. But that would give me 5 tanks to play with. And I know that I could pop out Pleco versus food videos like crazy. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just stick to Pleco versus food videos. And then every once in a while, if I see a product or I do like an unboxing or do some Fishroom tours or things that are going on with the 300 gallon, that'd be my content. I won't have to have 43 aquariums and be doing unboxing videos all the time and just 43 aquariums. It's a full-time job. It was a full-time job, guys, So, yeah. And that thing would get really big too. The Zen Ginger says albino pacu are really quite pretty. Well, I haven't never the standard color pacu back in the 90s, and his name was not Sebastian, but it was one of those names kind of like that. What was his name? But I bought him when he was the size of a quarter, little baby, in a 125 gallon tank. And that little wrinkle got probably 24 inches long by the end of it, and like 18 inches tall. And he was like 4 or 5 inches thick, He was bad to the bone. Our Aquatic says, glad you're back, buddy. Got to put the crotch goblins to bed. See you soon, hopefully. Thanks a lot, man. It was nice seeing you. Had a chance to meet him at, gosh, that would have been September of 2019 now at the Aquashella in Chicago. I got to meet our Aquatics. He's a pretty cool dude. Carrie says, excited for the future videos for sure. Thanks a lot, Carrie. I can't wait to sit down and get to editing. I can't wait to get, set and get down and start doing some videos. It's really exciting. And Phoebe enjoys it as well. She misses it. She used to love, helping me with the maintenance on the aquariums and stuff. And this time, one thing that I am going to be really strict on, because it was one thing that I hated in all my other aquariums, is duckweed. So when I move my aquariums here, since I'm starting from scratch, I'm going to start from scratch. Completely renew and recycle all my filter media, completely scrub down all the tanks, and completely start from scratch and make for sure and paint my bottoms and my backs and my aquariums and different things like that, and just really take my time with it and do this as my hobby. And I bring you guys along with it. That was the whole deal from the very beginning, was um, showing you guys my fish room is what my channel is about. Now, these Pleco videos that I do, man, they're super simple to make. On a Friday night when I'm farting around and there's, nothing going on, where we're normally just sitting around watching TV or something, just goofing off, I can go down and set up, 3 or 4 cameras on a time lapse and put some food down in the aquarium and feed my fish like you normally would anyhow. It just happens to be a freaky, weird, wild type of food that my subscribers have chose for me. And then like 15 minutes later, go back down and move the cameras to a different position and do it again and get some B-roll, some cool B-roll shots. And then, check in after an hour of feeding it, and then check in before I go to bed, and then check in the first thing the next morning, and then shoot my intro and outro, and then you're done. I mean, they're so easy. The Pleco versus food videos, that's probably what I'll stick to the most. And then there'll be a video here and there of other stuff, Select pet, I'm not ready to promise what night I'm going to go yet. I always used to, from the very, very beginning, Saturday night was like my favorite night to go live. I could prepare all day long because I didn't work that day. Because I've usually always had a job where I didn't work Saturdays. I had all day long to prepare. I had all day long to get my other video done and edited to where I could talk about it on my live stream, because Monday and Thursdays were usually my uploads. Monday morning at 7 a.m. would probably be the upload date that I would choose. And then I could plug it on my Saturday night live stream. Terry's Tropical Tanks, what is up, buddy? I've been following you like crazy. You had a really good fishing season, and I missed you too. I do get to watch you on Facebook, though. He is quite the fisherman. He catches some monsters. But I don't know for sure exactly what time and day of the week that I'm going to be going live. And, it might be, next weekend. Next weekend is going to be the first Saturday of the year. I'll probably go live next Saturday. I'm going to try to make it a point to go on live, and I'll do some thinking and some talking with Phoebe this week, and we'll find out what time works best. This time worked fine for me, but I can go later too. A lot of my subscribers never really worried, or it never really bothered them if I went later, But I'll think about it. Tonight, I almost didn't go live. I thought, I'd kind of like to have this room done. Like to have it painted and have a few things up on the wall. And then I thought, this week I could take that tank down, and me and my son could set it up, because I have him next weekend for New Year's and then the weekend. And I thought me and him could set it up back there, this weekend, and then I could go live, next Saturday. So I almost didn't go live tonight, but then me and Phoebe were talking. I was like, I might as well just go live. I miss you guys a lot, And I've been going live for almost 45 minutes already. Dadgum. Anything, any of the YouTubers that are on here, is any of the, the way you make content, has anything really changed? Because I never read my emails that I get from YouTube. Every once in a while, I get a check in the mail. Since I didn't make videos for a little over the last year, I haven't made very much, but it's like every few months I'll get like $100 check from YouTube, because people are still watching my videos, but I never really watch the emails that I get. Dang brings up, that's not a Bush latte. Phoebe and myself, just like the beginning of the month, have been together a year and a half, and she got me to drinking Corona and Modelo and full beers. Um, so Bush Light, I haven't had a Bush Light in a long time. And then whenever she got pregnant, I kind of got that what do you call that? Phantom pregnancy where I ate like a pig through the whole pregnancy, and I haven't weighed, but I probably gained 20-25 pounds. I was down, the last time I made a video I was down to 190, but that 9-month pregnancy, I got to get rid of some pregnancy fat. So that's why here this week I've been drinking like Michelob Ultra. Sympathy pregnancy. I can't remember. It's called sympathy something. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Basically, when she would make those good snacks in the middle of the night, me and her would pig out together. And then my portions got bigger. She feeds me good, guys. She feeds me good, and it is good food. Man, that girl can cook. But she gives me big portions, and I can't not eat it. I could, but it's so good. Like tonight, she made steak and baked potatoes, corn on the cob, and 5-cheese Texas toast. That Texas toast that has like the 5 different cheeses on it, And for lunch we had chicken tacos. Like, yeah, pigged out. Well, then I've been phantom pregnant for a long time. Yeah, same. I don't know, and it's a bad time of the year for you to want to start exercising too. We've had a pretty mild winter here. Um, gosh, probably so far we've only had like maybe 10 inches of snow so far. We're usually a lot higher than that. We're below. But back in August, we had this storm called a derecho, and it was 100+ mile-an-hour winds. And I heard a scientist the other day talking on the radio that has something to do with the reason why we're having such a mild winter. But that windstorm derecho, if you guys didn't hear about it, here in Iowa, we had a derecho windstorm, and that thing was badass. It some places up to 140-mile-an-hour winds. I think Cedar Rapids even had 160. John is still in here. He might know. I think John lives in Cedar Rapids now. But we had over 100. I want to say 110 to 120 here where I live. And yeah, we've just had a mild winter. Captain Spaulding for Halloween, you nailed it. Yeah. I went to the event center where Phoebe works and helped them set up. They did a fun house thing for the kids this year where we set up this great big haunted maze down inside the basement of this event center. And then upstairs, they had it was called the Alta House of Fun, is what it was. So the event center that she works at is called the Alta House. And we had a DJ that came upstairs, and he set up a bunch of projectors and a bunch of those where you plug them in and they blow around ghosts and all that kind of stuff, And then we all the actors, we got to dress up. And then they, on the back patio under the pergola, they had some games for the kids to play. So after they went through the maze, we were handing them out candy. But I'd always been told that I look a lot like Captain Spaulding, like a little bit like Captain Spaulding. And I dressed up like Captain Spaulding for Halloween. And I thought it turned out pretty good. I did most of the makeup myself. Phoebe did help me a little bit. Yeah, she helped me because you had to make different eyebrows. Like these eyebrows right here, your eyebrows get whited out, and then it's all blue here, and then they draw in some eyebrows. So she like helped me with that. But what I really was, I was a Captain Spaulding bartender. They've got a bar there. It's called the Barbershop Lounge. And I got some suspenders. I wore a white shirt, and I got some red suspenders and a red bow tie. And I was a barber, and I sat there with my towel and act like I was cleaning. And then I had like a empty bottle of Patron and a couple of glasses on the outside of it. And it was really a big hit. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I felt like I nailed it too. Thanks, Terry. It was a lot of fun. Phoebe went as Maleficent. She was the one that would meet the kids whenever they came in. And then she would talk spooky. She would say, welcome. It was a lot of fun. We bought some stuff, and she didn't do like a headpiece. We made a headpiece with her hair, and we wired it all up and taped it and everything. So she did the Maleficent, like, I guess you'd call them horns that come out of the head. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. I can't remember the last time that I dressed up for Halloween as well. And then I was glad that I thought of the Captain Spaulding because, he was always in a bunch of horror movies. He's passed away now, the actor that played Captain Spaulding. But for years, people had told me, even on people here on live streams and stuff, has told me, anybody ever told you look like Captain Spaulding? It was a big hit. A lot of people, they knew who I was, and a lot of people thought it was cool, the adults. It was awesome. Did you fool drag queen glue stick on the eyebrows? No, we painted the eyebrows on. The cool thing about Captain Spaulding is, if you guys don't know who Captain Spaulding is, just Google it. Captain Spaulding played in all of Rob Zombie's horror movies that Rob Zombie did. And he was also an actor on other things as well, but that's what he was well known for, was his Captain Spaulding character. And I can't even remember the actor's name now, but like I said, he's passed away. But the cool thing about doing Captain Spaulding is his makeup is messy, like he's a messy murderer, basically, and his makeup is nasty and messy, and it was easy to do, really. Yeah, I did get a lot of compliments, Terry. It was cool. It really was a lot of fun. Sid, that's it. That's it, Dankle. That is who he was. He was cool. I never watched any of his old movies when he was an actor for regular stuff. He was actually an actor for many years before all of his horror movies. Does the mic sound like it's too loud at all, guys? Because I've talked at a pretty, I've paid pretty much attention to it. I've talked at a pretty monotone sound. Did it sound like you guys had to turn up your volume, or does it sound like it's too loud or too quiet or anything like that? Because I did move the mic a little bit. How's work been for you? Work's been kind of slow this year. In March, I transferred to a new location. I've been working on like the eastern side of the state, at a location over there ever since I worked for this company that I work for now. And back in March, since I moved here, I transferred to a different location that's only like 25 minutes away from home. And it's took a minute to get off the ground. I think Selena just walked in. Come here, baby. Someone just threw me a beer. I was thinking that was Selena coming in here. Thank you. Someone's watching my live stream. Anyhow, I've been working with a marketing director to try to get it better, because I had to give up 2 big cities. I had to give up a pretty big population on a marketing area that I had worked for probably 20 years. But I picked up a big metropolitan area and a bunch of other areas, but it's just one of those type of deals where I've never worked this area before. So I'm working with a marketing developer and coming up with a bunch of plans. I've been doing that for the last 6 months to really nail down my market. Um, and then I did some part-time work with Phoebe's work this year too. They'll have me come and help them every once in a while, and that's been fulfilling. So I mean, I say work has been slow um, only because sales have been slow at my day job, but I've worked a lot of hours. I mean, I'm working tons, um, but since Phoebe had the baby, I haven't. She's got like I don't know if she's going to be able to make it, but she's got it to where she could have 3 months off for maternity leave. So it's been a little bit slower since she has been working. Bill Gree Aquatic says, "Holy shnikes, buddy! Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Still doing the power chair thing? Yeah, yep. I still do the power chair thing. Um, yeah, I transferred over to the Des Moines metro area, our shop that's over there. So I work for them now instead of the Iowa City area. And I did that back in March. Where are the tanks? The tanks are still at my house. If you wasn't here earlier, Terry, um, I had only moved a couple of tanks here. I've lived here since July. So every couple of days, I'd go back and forth between here and there and do my maintenance and feedings and water changes and all that kind of stuff. And there was one time at the beginning of winter where I went. I've got an outside service, so my breaker box is outside, and it's the old type that has the glass fuses, and it's also got like the little shotgun fuses. So it's got like these two cassettes that look like they have shotgun fuses in it, and you push it in, and that's your breaker box, and it's out on the or on the front porch, out in the elements and everything. It's got a box over it, but it was always something that I needed to do to get an inside service, an inside breaker box out of the weather and everything, but I just never had. And at the beginning of the winter, I went over there, and I think we caught it the same day that the power had went off, but we walked in the house, and the house was cooled down, and I could tell the power wasn't off. None of the filters or anything were working. So I did some work on it, and I got it fixed. But last week, Tuesday, I went over there. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and the power had been off for probably 24 hours, I would say, and everything was dead, except for all my shrimp are still alive. And I say all my shrimp, but just about every single tank that had shrimp in it, the shrimp are still alive. They're fine. But all my plecos, all my fish are gone. So the plan was already to sell off all my stock, not completely, keep plecos and different things like that, but greatly depreciate, because I was 43 aquariums, and I was planning on, now what the plan is to get down to like 5 tanks. So from the 43, get down to 5 tanks. Yeah, I know, Terry, it was terrible. It was like getting punched in the stomach. Right when I walked in, I knew right when I walked through that doorway, I could feel the air. And I knew what had happened right when I walked in. Yeah, it did. But there's nothing I can do about it. It sucks. It now really, honestly, is the worst day of fish keeping. You know how everybody has those days. And I've got a video online that was made for my worst day in the fish room. And, before, what it basically was is I brought an aquarium home one time with a big bunch of swordtail fish and a big swordtail colony. And the guy that I was buying it off of talked me into leaving quite a bit of water in the bottom and the rocks in the bottom and everything. And I drove 2 hours home, and those rocks just beat the crap out of those fish and killed them, And that was the worst day. And now this one. But I've already reached out to some people, and Mikey's going to help me out with some plecos, and I was already going to downsize anyhow. It just would have been nice to have found homes for them all instead of the power getting cut out like that. Yeah, 180 busting would suck. That would suck so bad. So now, I never did ever get my 300-gallon set up. So I'll get it over here, get the stand built for it, build the sump. I've got everything to do it. I just need to get the lumber for the stand. That's the only thing. I got lights. I've got lids. I've got the dividers to build the sump. I've got all the plumbing. The exit and the return. I've got the pump, the return pump. I've got everything. All I got to do is get it over here. Let me know when you're up and running. I'll send some fish this summer. That's awesome, Terry. I appreciate that. Yeah, I figured the community that we've got, I'm not going to need much. I'm just going to get some bristlenose and then a few fish. Like, the 300-gallon, I'm probably going to get some monsters in it, But like this tank back here, I'll probably just do some type of live bears or something, some colorful live bears. And I figured, that's probably what would happen. People would help me out, Looks like we are at the 1 hour. I told Phoebe that I would go live for an hour and then I'd come down and relieve her from the baby to where she can take a shower before bed. So thanks for coming along, everybody that showed up for the live stream tonight. If you guys are watching this on the replay, hopefully everything made sense. You can reach out to me in the comment section. I've still got the email set up to where I get the comments emailed to me. So anybody have any questions? You plan on live streaming again or just play it by ear with the baby? No, I plan on going live stream. We hardly ever go out and do anything with this coronavirus stuff. We stay home a lot. We don't take the baby out a whole lot unless, we have to. So yeah, I plan on doing a weekly live stream and a weekly edited video too. That might take a little bit to get off and running because I've got to move my fish room over here, but it's in the process of being done right now. And yeah, so thanks a lot for coming along tonight, guys. Appreciate all you guys' support, and I'm sorry that I was gone for so long, but we're going to get it going again. You guys have a great rest of the night, and peace out, y'all. This new shutting off and ending of the live stream, it takes a minute, so peace out, y'all. Peace out, y'all.